Raul Gonzalez packs away the furniture and tidies up, while his employees prepare meals for each other. It's a routine they've followed every day at closing time at their restaurant in Glendale, California, since 1988. But Gonzalez says tonight is the last time.
The only thing that makes sense is to completely shut down, both financially and health-wise.
As people stay indoors to limit the spread of COVID-19, his business is among many shutting down for good. To help business owners like him, the U.S. government has planned a $2 trillion stimulus package. But lawmakers have been divided over how that money should be spent. The Democrats want more money to go to workers who need it most, instead of helping large corporations and their rich owners.
In our caucus, there is great unhappiness with how they're trying to advance a proposal that would be great for giant corporations and leave everyone else behind. We're not here to create a slush fund for Donald Trump and his family, or a slush fund for the Treasury Department to be able to hand out to their friends. We're here to help workers. We're here to help hospitals.
But Republicans have accused the Democrats of politicizing a national emergency.
Senate Democrats sat down with Senate Republicans and negotiated furiously to get to this point. The bill now contains a huge number of changes that our Democratic colleagues requested, including major changes. And suddenly, the Senate's serious bipartisan process turned into this left-wing episode of supermarket sweep.
The U.S. Federal Reserve is doing what it can to alleviate the financial crunch brought on by widespread business closures. The Fed is setting aside $300 billion to provide loans to troubled businesses and borrowers. Under the Main Street Business Lending Program, small and medium-sized businesses will be able to apply for bridge loans that can be repaid over 4 years. The central bank has also committed to unlimited purchases of U.S. Treasuries and mortgage-backed securities to help provide liquidity as investors dash for cash. President Donald Trump says the country will soon be back to business as usual.
America will again and soon be open for business, very soon, a lot sooner than 3 or 4 months that somebody was suggesting. A lot sooner. We cannot let the cure be worse than the problem itself. We're not going to let the cure be worse than the problem. At the end of the 15-day period, we'll make a decision as to which way we want to go, where we want to go, the timing, and essentially we're referring to the timing of the opening, essentially the opening of our country.
But without immediate support from the government, it may already be too late for small business owners like Raul Gonzalez. Paolo Montecillo, TRT World.
Well, for more on this, Mickey Levy joins us now from New York. He's chief economist for the US and Asia at Berenberg Capital Markets. Welcome to Money Talks, Mickey. Now, can I start with the market reaction right now? It has been a roller coaster ride for equities, as we know, but the Dow, as we go to air, is headed for its best day since 2008. What's driving this recent rally?
Well, today it's expectations that the Congress is going to pass a significant income support bill. But yesterday the market was down, so it's just a lot of volatility in here. We all know that corporations have laid off people, profits and cash flows are declining. This is rattling the stock market, of course, but then everybody also knows that what we're in now is ultimately temporary, and then it's a question of how we get back to normal, rehire all the people that have been laid off, and the government moving toward a big package is certainly on the forefront today.
Yes, I'd like to ask you about that $2 trillion package in a moment, but can we look at what the US Federal Reserve has done? They've essentially sidestepped the political wrangling with measures of their own, unprecedented measures of an open-ended bond buying program and other such measures. What do you make of what the Fed has done in response to this crisis?
Well, the Fed has been much more aggressive than they were during the 2008-2009 financial crisis. They have moved toward quantitative easing, and they've also provided a huge amount of liquidity to all sectors of the financial markets where there had been signs of distress. And once again, the Fed operates independently. It is taking every step possible to make sure that this health crisis doesn't turn into a financial crisis. And so far, I applaud what the Fed is doing, in the short run here.
And do you believe that these unprecedented measures will work?
They will certainly work to stop the financial crisis, but let's keep in mind this is a health crisis, and the monetary policy and what the Fed's doing can't fix the health crisis, and that will be fixed by health policymakers and the like. Now, in terms of fiscal policy, I want to make it. I'll just be even-handed and clear here. The House and the Senate and the Republicans and Democrats agree on most things. They are divided on some key issues that are hanging them up here, but those issues are relatively small. And insofar as they agree on most issues, they're going to pass legislation very quickly here. And if you look at the details, about 2/3 of it will be direct income support to lower and middle income households. There will be infusions of cash and capital into small businesses, particularly, and so that's what the bill is looking like so far. And so it is not a slush fund for Donald Trump. It is not, a giveaway at all. It's actually very well directed toward those who are going to need the income support.
Can I ask you very quickly now about Donald Trump's latest comments? He seems to be changing his tune somewhat, expressing an eagerness for these lockdown measures to be over in the US, saying that the US wasn't designed to be shut down. What do you make of that? Is he sending the right message here?
Well, I think he is, but he's not alone. Governor Cuomo from New York, Governor Newsom from California have also issued statements on keeping open essential industries like healthcare, drugstores, a whole array of activities that are just necessary. And so I think the policymakers understand that, yes, we need to be extremely vigilant, but shutting down everything is not the right solution to getting to the end of this epidemic. Okay. So there's an even mix here, and I think they're taking it.
Okay, Mickey Levy from Berenberg Capital Markets in New York, thank you so much for your analysis.